Welcome back, everybody. We're still in Port Stephens. This time we're in Medowie at the Carlton Art Group, situated just nearby to the Raymond Terrace Men's Sheds where we were yesterday. This time, however, the star of the show, well, one of the stars of the show is Wendy Young, my lovely mother and talented artist. And she's with a group of lovely ladies who are also right into their art. We're going to introduce around and we're going to have a bit of a chat with these wonderful women and see what makes them tick. Hi, Mum.
Hi, Joe.
Thanks for inviting us down here to the art group. What drew you to doing painting in the first place?
Well, quite a few years ago, like many years ago, I showed a little bit of interest, but I didn't have a place to start. And then a few years ago, I ran into one of the women from Lions with whom I was friends, and there was a spot at the art group, and she invited me to come along, and that's where it began.
Oh, fantastic. All right, can you introduce us to some of your colleagues or partners in crime? All right, Pauline, could you give us a little bit about your background and how you got into starting art?
Well, I originally started doing folk art to help a friend of mine who needed a bit of help. And folk art is more or less what I call colouring in.
Right, okay.
Yeah, you don't do your own design, you kind of follow it. And I wanted to do my own thing after a while. So I looked around, and then we moved up here 20 years ago, and I found this art group through a friend. And she dragged me along, and we eventually ended up here.
Oh, that's wonderful. And do you have a preferred medium that you like to use?
I like watercolour the best. Yeah, but I'm happy with acrylic. I don't like oils.
Right.
No.
Why is that? Is it because it's more difficult or more expensive?
I think because I learned acrylic first, and it's totally different to the way you do the oils.
Oh, that's fantastic. And what are you working on today? Let's have a bit of a close-up.
Two possums at night time, so there's no light source.
Wow. Well, that's coming along brilliantly. Oh, I can see. That is fantastic. And how long would it take you to put something like this together?
Oh, if I put my mind to do it, I could probably do it in a couple of days, but I don't do it. I do a bit and then I leave it and then I'll come back to it.
Fantastic. So it's all about the process and relaxing and enjoying it. Hi, Ava. How are you? I'm very well. Nice to see you. And what are you working on today?
I'm copying one of those.
Oh, I see. Oh, they're some of my favourite plants. Oh. They're xanthorrheas. Or grass trees. They're absolutely amazing plants, aren't they?
Yes, it's somewhere, I think, somewhere in South Australia or distant a bit.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it could be South Australia or even WA potentially. Yeah. And how long have you been painting, Ava?
Since I was that high. Not painting, drawing. Yeah, I started when I was really small. And then when you work, you don't have time much.
No, that's true.
I didn't really seriously take it up till I came up here from down on the border where we lived. Yeah. 83, that's when we came up here.
And have you come from Victoria? You said you were a Carlton supporter earlier on, so are you originally from Victoria?
I was, yes, I grew up in Victoria, but I was born in Corowa, which is just on the border.
Oh, right. There you go. Wow. Well, and again, what's your favourite medium?
Oil.
Oil?
It's very easy to handle.
It is? Ah. So are these oils you're using now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Pardon my ignorance.
That's okay.
Oh, right. Well, it's coming along beautifully.
See, if you make a bit of a mistake, you can rub it with your fingers. And yes.
So it takes much longer to dry than, say, acrylics and things?
It takes a few days to dry, for sure.
Oh, thank you, Ava. Look, that's brilliant, and that looks fantastic, and I definitely love the plants, so the xanthorrheas look fantastic. And now we have Jeanette with us, another member of the Carlton Art Group. Hi, Jeanette. How are you going?
Good, thanks, Joe. And yourself?
Oh, I'm very, very well. And how long have you been working here at the Carlton Art Group?
About 12 years.
Right, 12 years. And have you seen the numbers steadily rise, or is it sort of a consistent amount of people?
There was a lot when I first came here. In fact, I had troubles finding a spot. They used to move me from place to place. I was like the last one to come, so
right.
Yeah.
So you're the fresh blood into the place, injecting the new...
I don't know about that. I felt very overwhelmed by all of them. They were very, very good artists, most of them. A lot of them aren't here now, but Yes, they were very, very good, as you'll see through all the paintings around the house.
Absolutely. So you mentioned that you were a bit, I guess, overwhelmed to start with. How do you feel now? Do you feel more confident? Have the rest of the people help lift your confidence?
Yes, they actually have. They made me feel much better with myself, but I've been painting a long time, long before I came here. I started back in Sydney when I was in my 30s. I belonged to an art group down there where I was taught by a teacher who was very good. She was good, but she wasn't my style of painting, and she was trying to get me to change, and I wasn't prepared to.
Right.
So,
Artistic integrity.
yes, we became a little at heads with each other, but I learned a lot from her because she was very, very clever. She used mixed medium, which is a mixture of watercolours and acrylics, and also a bit of oils.
Right.
So she used to mix the paintings around a bit, which made it very interesting. But a lot of work, and you've got to be very clever.
Oh, yes. Okay. And I see you're just starting on something. What have we got going on here?
It's a painting I did a long time ago here, when I first came here. And I thought I'd just do it again, and I'm doing it in acrylics instead of watercolours.
Oh, right.
Just for a change. So.
Yeah, sure. And so you pencil it all in first by the looks of things?
Doing a quick sketch. It won't be exact as the actual picture, but I do a sort of a form of it, and then I just paint in what I think should be there. And I'm not a proper artist, as they say.
Well, I think if you're doing it, you're an artist, I think.
I do my own thing.
Well, I think that's what makes life so great. If everyone's doing the same thing, it'd be pretty boring, wouldn't it?
So,
Well, it was lovely to meet you, Jeanette, and I won't keep you any longer, and it looks fantastic. Well done. Well, I've got Margie with me now. Are you the newest member of the group, or have you been around for a while?
No, I've been around for 10 years.
10 years, so definitely not a new member of the group. And how have you found it?
Wonderful. Really great.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Now, we've all been talking, we've just had some morning tea, we've all been talking sometimes about the subject matter. I've noticed that you've done a couple of landscapes, or one was a cliffscape of Greece, I think it was. Do you find that kind of subject matter your favourite, or do you prefer still lifes and things like that?
I actually prefer portraiture,
Oh, really?
but I do a lot of flowers.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just love creation, really.
Oh, great, fantastic. Well, you've showed me of every form. Oh, brilliant, brilliant. So what have we got on the easel here today?
This is an older painting that I did
Yeah. of
poppies. And it was stylised, and I thought I'd rework it.
So how do you think you're going to rework that? Are you going to change the colouring, or just a total makeover?
I'm going to go possibly. I'm going to remake this flower here,
Right.
and then I'm going to take that back to a different shade,
Yep.
and then here I'm going to rework that whole thing. So.